Today we've got a random video for you. I am going to take the internals out of this Game Boy and put them into a case that I purchased online, which I have also done some minor customizing on. Because, you know, who wants a standard Game Boy? Who wants a standard anything? You know, it takes a certain event in your life to make you realize that everything you own should be as unique as possible, so that if you ever have to identify it to the police, you'll be able to say, that's my shit. Look at this purple Game Boy. It's got a serial number, which is handy. But if I didn't have the serial number, well, how would I know? It's just another purple Game Boy Color. So I'm going to start off by removing the back screws. Which means now, I should be able to just pop this thing open. Get into the internals. Yeah. Nice, right? Okay, so we're going to take these and set them aside. Because the kit that I bought actually came with a new set of screws and some other little bits. And I'll get back to that in a second. Also, just wanted to clarify, you can't just use any old screws for this. This one is a Y-shaped head. Now inside, though, these are Phillips. I bought this set on Amazon for about 12 bucks. It's a pretty good investment because if I ever decide to do any other customizations on old systems or even on game cartridges, I have all the tools I need to take them apart. And I've already got friends asking me if I can help them take apart their old Game Boys. Okay. That. Very carefully break the seal of the glue around this. So, as you can see, this is what makes up the inside of the Game Boy Color. Got the screen piece, speakers, buttons, switches, the input for the transfer device. Okay, so, next, I have this lovely clear orange fronting that I picked up. And what we're going to do is take the buttons off of this and put them in here. Although this is more of an aesthetic choice for me because the set that I bought came with some darker gray buttons, but I really wanted the blacker buttons that came on these old Game Boy Colors. Power switch. Make sure we put these magnetic contacts back in, because that's what makes your controller work. Okay, so that's the front piece. Now, another thing I wanted to do for this one, because I'm going to be recycling this and giving it to a friend of mine, take this out. getting these screen covers out once they're in is a little bit tricky as well, because they are really in there. But luckily I actually have one for the new system. Good here, Pokemon, because that's what I use these for mostly anyway. I'm going to put that on last. Here. Okay. You'll see this purple cover come around again at some point in the future, probably because I might do another one of these just to show you again. Alright, now, slightly tricky part. Make sure that the power switch lines up with the actual power switch on the unit. So I'll put the screen down, exactly as it was before. Electronical bits back over the top. And one of the last things we're going to do here, we got the back piece. Okay. Let me take these screws that we had from earlier. Start setting those back in. Now there is also the option when you're doing these to install a front light mod that you actually have to solder into the circuit board, which would then be powered by the unit to provide light, kind of like they do in the Game Boy Advance Super Portables and a lot of the later handheld models. Once they figured out that, you know, kids were having a lot of trouble finding light while they were driving in cars with their parents and playing Game Boy. Quietly undermining the peripherals market by removing the necessity for worm lights. Now, one of the problems with these cases, though, is they don't actually come with serial number stickers. So you either have to remove the serial number sticker from your old unit and put it on here, or just go without. Although I would recommend, if you have a serial number, use it, keep track of it, just in case you ever need it in the future. The headache you save could be your own. together. So that's what we're looking at for the front piece here. You can see where I made my mark in there, got my initials. You can still see it against the background of the circuit board. Now for the last piece of this adorable puzzle. Slide this in. Remove the protective film, and we have this. Looks really nice. Orange and black, my personal favorite colors. And with that charming Pokemon faceplate. Now let's see if this thing will actually fire up again. Well, it looks like everything actually works. Yeah, that's right. You could do this too. You can find the supplies on eBay. That's a popular one. That's where I found my particular case and all this extra stuff. The only thing you want to do after that is just make sure you keep it clean. You know, don't use old batteries. And then you'll have one of these. Your own personalized Game Boy Color in your choice of color schemes with front plates. I think I'm going to go play some Pokemon. See you later.